Hi everyone, welcome back. It's time for another Clare Compares, and we're going to have a look at some brights today. I know it's completely out of season, but I just fancied looking at some brights. So we've got bright blue, bright yellow, and a bright corally red to look at. And actually, we'll have a look at these two first. I was watching Phoebe Moon's Saturday Swatch Fest, and she was looking at this one. So she swatched this one, which is Staten Island Blue, NYC. And in her video, she compared it to, the infamous Pacific Blue. And I thought, well, hang on a minute. I've got NYC, and I've also got what I believe is the UK version of Pacific Blue, Barry M. Damson. So let's have a look at how these two perform together. So we're going to compare against each other, I should say. We're going to do the NYC, nice flat brush, and from what I can remember, yeah, this is quite a nice formula. It's got that white undertone to it, definitely. I think there might be a little hair in there. So yeah, that's definitely going to need 2 coats. But it's a nice bright blue. And this is the Barry M. Damson. So let's see how they compare. What Phoebe did was she put the 2 polishes next to each other. And they did look very similar actually, but again, the Pacific Blue just had that extra whiteness to it. And to me, these look very similar, but the Barry M has got a better formula. So I will do a second coat and we can come back and have a look at how they compare together colour-wise on 2 coats. So that's NYC Staten Island Blue and Barry M Damson. So continuing with the brights, I thought, well, let's carry on with NYC, and I've got a bright yellow here, and the nearest comparison that I could find is this NYC. This is the NYC. This is Nails Ink. So this is 7 dials, and this one is NY New York Taxi. I've got a feeling that the formula isn't great on the NYC. So it's a nice bright sunshine yellow. Oh, maybe not. Actually, that looks quite good. I think most of us struggle a little bit with yellows, but both in the formula and in the shade, but that's the NYC. Yeah, I'm completely running out of daylight here, but let's just see if we can use a little bit of it to compare this Nails Ink. So again, comparable brush, nice flat brush. I think this might be a little bit paler. But again, we'll look on the second coat. This has got a fragrance to it. This is enriched with rare flower extract. But it's got a similar scent as the Barry M coconut infusions. And lastly, for the bright comparison, there's another Barry M. So this is Barry M Passionfruit in the Jelly High Shine range, and I'm going to compare it with Essie Sunset Sneaks, which was part of the Peachside Babe collection. They look very similar, so it's a very, very bright red, pinky coral. So let's start with the Barry M first. Been a while since I've used this one. This is a great formula, very opaque. So that's Passionfruit, and this one is the Sunset Sneaks. Formula's definitely not as good as the Barry M. And I think this might be a little bit pinkier. But they all do look very similar. I'm going to do another coat, second coat off camera, and then we'll come back and have a closer look. Okay, so here we go. We've got the second coat on here, and I was just about to cough then, but I stopped myself. Maybe not. Oh, this lingering cough. Okay, so this one here is the NYC. And this one is the Barry M. They're very, very close. Very close. I think I'm going to go ahead and say that they're dupes. If anything, the Barry M is a slightly little bit, tiny fraction more white to it, and a little bit brighter. But they are very, very similar. So yeah, that's the NYC. Staten Island Blue. Is it Staten Island Blue? Yeah, Staten Island Blue and Damson. That's the Damson. The yellow, the bright yellows, this one is the NYC, NY Taxi, and this is 7 dials. And they're similar, but they're not exact dupes in my eye. Yeah, I had to turn the lamp on because I can barely see what I'm doing. The NYC is a little bit darker, more of a kind of banana yellow, whereas the Nails Ink, better formula, definitely. You can get away with 2 coats with the Nails Ink, whereas this one was a bit, the NYC was a little bit thick, but streaky at the same time. So I think you probably need 3 streaky, lumpy coats with this one. Similar again, but the Nails Ink wins on this occasion, I think, just because of the formula and the application. And again, these two are very, very similar. This is the Barry M, and this is the Essie. So in shade, they look very different. That's Passionfruit, and that's Sunset Sneaks. Yeah, Sunset Sneaks. The Barry M is a shade more red. Let me see if I can you can see that through the lamp. It's a little bit more red, although it looks very similar. It looks very similar with the lamp. And the Barry M's definitely got, surprise, surprise, a better formula than the Essie. Yeah, I mean, it's up to you. You decide. You could say that they were all dupes. I think maybe the yellow is slightly different. These two are very, very similar. Yeah. Okay, that's it for now. The next one I think will be green, so I'm going to go through different shades of greens on the next comparison. Let me know if you've got anything that compares to, well, any of these actually. I'd be interested to know if I've got anything else in my collection that compares to these brights. Okay, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.